by surprise for your nose and your eyes. Imagine all the possibilities. Caan Floral.
Huge planters, one of pansies, one of verbena. Deadheading pansies, to make it look this profusely blooming. There are a lot of bad blooms in here you need to deadhead. So come closer so you can see. Like this is bad. So just doing this is not going to cut it. This stem is going to stay here. You take the stem and you just pinch it off to the base stem. Now, before your planter gets this profusely in bloom, when you just plant it, you'll see more the plants individually. You still deadhead, because deadheading will produce all this. So you can just watch me. I'm just going to go through and start squeezing out the stems, because they're very soft stems. And if you keep at it, it's not so overwhelming like this planter is. I left this just to show you. And again, this stem, this flower head actually, is on its way out. So let's just get rid of it. While I'm doing this, we're going to do it all. Here's a bad one, way bad one. So out it goes. And trust me, I've had some people, when they see me doing this, it's like, oh, you're killing the planter. You're taking all the blooms off. Just relax, give it time, and they will look at all these new buds that Mother Nature wants to open up. Well, it's taking care of all these bad ones first. First things first. So we're just faking her out, getting rid of these, so she can concentrate her, and listen to me, Mother Nature is a she. She can concentrate her energy on the new blooms. And again, what I was talking about before, aesthetically, you have a more beautiful planter. Alright, now we're going to talk about the verbena. Verbena, it's beautiful, but a little maintenance, but well worth it. Again, these were all coming into bloom around the same time, so you profusely have this amount of blooms. These are new blooms when they look like this. Here's a real tight new bloom, and these little side shoots are the new shoots. Let's find a bad one. Okay, this is a full bloom, first budding. These are the side shoots. So because this one, we're gonna leave this one yet. Sure, now I won't be able to find something. Okay, we're gonna take this guy off. There's a lot of fading blooms, and we want to promote these side shoots here, right here. So again, you just don't take the head, you take the stem and you go down to a leaf joint. Again. Oh, here's one. That was an old one. These were the side shoots, and this one is broken, so we're going to take care of that. Take care of this little stem. Take care of this. And once you get going, it doesn't really take that long, and if you keep at it, see, here's another one. Just take the head and the stem and go down. If you keep at it, it's not so overwhelming. In the center here is some. Just take your finger and kind of follow down until you get to a leaf joint. You can feel it with your fingers. Here, see, there's just a real small leaf joint. Just get close, or give it a little tug. Here's something. This is old.
Got it?
And if it seems a little naked for a little bit, the plant is rejuvenating its energy, so don't worry. And if you're on a fertilizing schedule, you will profusely get a bunch of blooms again. Verbena likes sun, so sun, water, and fertilizer, you will have blooms again, guaranteed. Here's one that seems like it's on its way out. See all these, the blooms were done, and here the side shoots are well on its way. So let's take care of that center one. And then what we talked about earlier, million bells. There's million bells in here. Those you don't have to deadhead, so that's a good thing. You got two varieties of verbena. You have the large lilac blue and a violet variety. See, here's another one. And as you do this more, you'll be able to look at this and say, oh yeah, here's one, and you'll be able to pick them out really easy. And if for some reason you pinch off a good one, don't worry about it. It'll resprout. Alright, Lysimachia doesn't flower. It's just a very nice lime green color foliage. And in planters, it hangs over the edge, very close to the edge. It just drips. In the ground, all these runners, and actually this is a perennial, all these runners will root into the ground. So nice ground cover. But in a container, if you have these long runners that are just starting to get too long, and again, cutting this back will promote more bushiness up here, you can just selectively pinch them off wherever. And this one I might do a little shorter, so it doesn't look like you took a scissors and just went across. We're gonna do them selectively here. And then these new ones, the shorter ones up on top, will continue to grow. Here's another long one. And we don't want to leave that real long one in the center with these shorter ones, so let's nip this a little shorter. There. That's all that's to it for Lysimachia. Alright, we're also going to talk about Coleus. Coleus is grown for its remarkably beautiful, characteristic foliage. This is one variety of upright Coleus, and this is a variety of trailing Coleus. Again, like Lysimachia, you grow these for texture and color. Sometimes Coleus, when it gets going in a planter, will start to infringe or take over other things. Say if we have this mum in here. Now, you want to give everyone space. Don't be afraid to pinch Coleus. And on this, they are starting to get tall and lanky. Pinch it back to a leaf joint. Can you see those small side shoots? And down here, there's side shoots. That's all going to sprout. Here's sprouting. So instead of making the growth go more upright, let's pinch it off so it spreads. And again, down here, some of the old leaves, do some housekeeping. When these are potted, they were pinched once already. But we're going to... So when I was talking about encroaching on other plants, just take a stem and pinch it back where it's infringing on the other plant. You're not hurting Coleus. If anything, you're doing it justice. This is a small lava rose trailing Coleus. This is one that has some growth to it. Now you see these are, and being in a planter, this one may be winging out into something else. So let's just And again, you can take a pruner if you want, otherwise use your fingers. Coleus, this Coleus particularly gets flower stalks. Some people like them. I, for instance, don't. So when they do, you just pinch them back, because I want the Coleus for the foliage, not the flowers. And again, you are not hurting this plant. Let's pinch this one down here. This is just going to bush up this plant. This plant was pinched. You can see the end of the stem here to promote these side shoots. So that's what you do on Coleus. All Coleus are basically the same, so you can do that. So on these plants, because these are our 4.5 inch starter pots, we can get away with doing a really drastic pinch job. But at home, when your plants are growing, you'll find just a few stems are starting to shade some other plants. So give the other plants some justice and just take the 1 or 2 stems and pinch them back, and eventually that Coleus is going to fill out and you'll never see where you pinched it. So this is my segment on deadheading annuals. I hope you found something useful, and enjoy your plantings.
Yeah, I got a surprise